My dreams are mine. I will make them come true.
My parents cannot understand what my dreams are all about.
I am now growing up and I want to be me.
My parents expect too much out of me.
I will live my life my way.
I want to dream big and live all my dreams.
Dreams, aspirations, inner voice of the youth who represent tomorrow, the Gen Next, often get misinterpreted, wrongly communicated, differently percepted by the parents. The distance between their dreams and that of the parents often widens. The communication gap makes the two grow distant from each other. Misunderstandings, conflicts, altercations result. To explore more into the nuances of growing up and the challenges of parenting, our camera traveled thousands of miles from Kolkata, India, to the land of Thousand Smiles, Thailand, one of the world's hotspot vacation destinations, attracting tourists from all over. Our story is that of a few families out for a vacation in a gang. Away from the busy and grinding schedules of Kolkata to explore Thailand and detoxify themselves from the modern day stresses and strains. Grandparents representing the wisdom of yesteryears. Parents who are the ambassadors of the present today, and growing up children being the torchbearers of tomorrow. Different backgrounds, mixed age groups, varied interests, holidaying and letting their hair loose, and also soul-searching being their Mission Thailand. Thailand is the country in Southeast Asia with coasts of Andaman Sea and the Gulf of Thailand. It borders Myanmar, Burma to the northwest, Laos to the northeast, Cambodia to the southeast, and Malaysia to the south. Great food, fascinating culture, exotic beaches and a tropical climate make Thailand a sought-after destination for tourists all through the year. Our journey this time explores the eastern beaches of Thailand, Koh Chang and Pattaya, which can be accessed quite easily from Bangkok, the Thai capital. This is the quality time when the families get closer. Thailand's calming contours, strengthening the bonding, the parents getting closer to their wards, and the children to their folks. It was an opportunity to break free. Freedom amidst free-flowing nature, bringing out the frankness in everyone as they responded candidly to our camera. At the serene island of Koh Chang, heaven on earth, in the fascinating Anna Resort, by the flowing Koh Chang River, we interacted with Dr. Prabal Sengupta, an IT expert, entrepreneur, and academician, and Mrs. Chandri Sengupta, social worker, parents to two bubbly daughters, Tiyasha, aged 21, and Sriyasha, aged 15, on parenting.
As the father of two daughters, I have really not felt any stress while parenting. So far as the studies are concerned, they have not put me on to too much of stress. I did not expect the sky from them, and they did not give me the sky back.
Looking at it from the point of view of career, I want to do advertising. Yet I want to have a PhD on my favorite topic of comic books and graphic novels. I interned in an ad agency and I really loved every second of it.
একটা বয়সের পর এই প্যারেন্টিংটা একটু প্রবলেম হয়ে যায়, একটা জেনারেশন গ্যাপ। একটা কথা বললে তারা সেটা শোনে না, তাদের মতের সাথে আমাদের মতটা মেলে না, সেখানেই কনফ্লিক্টটা লাগে।
Their ideals sometimes don't match with mine, but then again I have to say that they don't belong to this generation. Maybe they haven't had enough access or knowledge about things I believe in, which they don't.
Their values and my values are obviously different, but at some point of time they mingle with each other and they accept what we do and we accept what they want.
As a parent, আমার মনে হয় সকলের উচিত যে ওদের চিন্তা ভাবনার সাথে একটু নিজেদেরকে সিনক্রোনাইজ করে নেওয়া, যাতে আমরা বুঝতে পারি যে ওরা সত্যি কিভাবে কি ভাবছে, কি চাইছে, কেন চাইছে।
Their dream is for me to be happy and successful in life, and so they encourage me in whatever good things I do.
একটা বেসিক চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে সোসাইটি, যার ফলে আমাদের আউটলুকের সাথে ওদের আউটলুকের অনেকটা পার্থক্য রয়েছে।
মানে স্ট্রেসের মূল কারণ হচ্ছে সেই পার্থক্যগুলো।
There is nothing to be overstressed. If I am stressed, it is the fault of the educational system of our country and nothing else.
In terms of being stressed out or bogged down because of too much expectations, no. I'm a pretty happy person.
ওদের আউটলুকটা বুঝে ওদেরকে নিজের মতন করে বড় হতে দেওয়া, একটা পয়েন্টের পরে এক্সপেক্ট কিছু না করা।
Like my parents, they are different and still they have some conservative thoughts.
তারা কিভাবে চলবে, তাদের রাস্তাটা আমাকে ঠিক করে দেওয়া। এবার তারা সেটা নেবে কি নেবে না সেটা তো তাদের ব্যাপার, কিন্তু এই যে রাস্তাটা দেখিয়ে দেওয়া, এটাকেই আমি কোয়ালিটি প্যারেন্টিং বলে মনে করি।
I have been listening to the parents and children in this island, and they appear to be, very happy, relaxed, and content. Unfortunately, which is not always the situation with children I come across in my clinical setting, in my work setting. Main causes for children feeling quite unwell, depressed, unhappy, even to an extent of thinking of taking their own lives. The reasons are often a combination of school pressure, academic pressure from parents, aspirations of parents, and significantly also peer issues.
If you see history, all the great artists, all the great discoverers and scientists, before they became a success story, they had a dream, and their parent believed in that dream that yes, this is possible. So that is how a parent, who is the emotional support to a child from the day of his birth, contributes to making a child from just a dream to a reality. And in order to do that, parents have to understand their children, their abilities. They have to trust and believe them. They have to steer and guide them on various twists and turns. And that is where it leads to a path of success. And there is no conflict and naturally minimum stress.
Only 2 hours from Bangkok, the beautiful beaches of Koh Lan, an idyllic island located just west of Pattaya, make a perfect day trip, popularly known as the Coral Island and covering an area of about 4 square kilometers. You spend the entire day swimming, snorkeling, and sunbathing. Enjoy the abundant coral and the underwater world and explore the mysteries of the ocean.
This is a Flow 2 production.
In the Coral Island, our camera chatted with engineer Broto and his homemaker wife, Suparna Roy Chaudhary, parents of the 19-year-old academically brilliant Shayok.
We have heard a lot about parenting being a very stressful subject, but for us, we never really faced something like that. Our child was quite disciplined, obedient rather.
My dreams were quite close to what my parents had thought.
Be it studies, be it arts, music, you have to inform your child about what the subject is. If you can inform him about everything in advance, he knows what is of interest to him.
Something that I would like to do, something that is quite interesting to me, that is what is my dream is.
As parents, we understand his interest. We should allow the child to take up his interest. And that way, I feel these sort of tantrums and problems which parents generally face with their children can be overcome.
Scale of 10, say I would give them 7.58.
His behavior, his actions towards others, everything matters.
The slight differences which we had, maybe because of those differences, I have felt that they do not deserve the 10. Perhaps they deserve a little less than that.
Discipline is the ultimate target of success for a child.
Often, the parents are becoming over harsh towards their children. The disciplines that they are adopting and the life that they are giving to the children are full of lots of pressures, where a child from
early in the morning, is going to tuition, to school, to tuition again, and parents often complain that their child is not studying properly, though actually they are not getting the time to play. The parents even don't spend quality time with their children. Whatever time is spent in evaluating a child whether he or she is performing in the right way or not.
Children are increasingly being subjected to more work pressure, and because there is the resource is limited, and the number of every time we all have to fight for a limited amount of resource, there is a pressure on them, visible or invisible, to perform. They spend a lot of time inside the room, as it is, and they don't get time to relax. So naturally, they are into a lot of pressure.
Children should be routinely put to exercises. They should themselves get the happiness out of exercise. Once they do, they make a good start. I think parents would be facilitating that. At least for a week, they get into the habit of doing exercises, at least for 45 minutes in the morning.
And in our quest for quality parenting, our camera traveled with the families to the exciting beaches of Pattaya, the seat of water sports and sea adventure, where every moment is fun. With the adrenaline rising as you explore the Gulf of Thailand. Witness Pattaya's magnificent theme parks. Indulge in mouth-watering seafood and enjoy a fascinating nightlife with scintillating performances.
Once upon a time, dreaming started out with a dream to be the stars, a journey that will take them so far.
And amidst so much excitement and fun, it was time for soul-searching explorations when we conversed with finance expert Soumitra Gupta and his homemaker wife Kakoli, parents to Shayuri, aged 18, and Shirsha, aged 12.
I have found that in present world, the young generation is most indisciplined in their life.
My father, he follows a different principle in life. He is very disciplined and he thinks that he is according to whatever style which continues, he follows that. So I want if a new thing is done, experiment something. Not he is actually everything is fine, but sometimes when I want something new, he may be at that time he may be thinking something else and I may be thinking something else. So maybe at that point of time our views do not match. So at that sometimes he should understand what I want to say.
The values are they are inherit some good values also, but they are learning some bad values in their life from the outside world.
Maximum days we have junk food actually, but it is not good for health.
Friendship is very needed, very much needed. Because if you become with your children, they will never let you down.
We should have interactive classes. We have sometimes boring classes which students do not enjoy, so they should have interest in the studies.
If I teach my children to maintain a disciplined life, for me, most of my parenting is over.
I think it would really do the children good, and more than that, the guardians of the children, it would do them good if they can remove the so-called academic pressure, the so-called rat race, and allow them to breathe, live easy.
Losing one's own natural flow. That's what exactly has happened with children also. Demands from the parents, their dreams, different food habits, climatic conditions, weather, the society, different medias, all these acts as a stressful force on their natural flow, and at the end of it they either look out for the different outlets which result into different deformities.
Everything in life is not about coming first in school. Besides, whatever their teachers ask them to do, whatever their parents ask them to do, they must first tell themselves that they are there to do what they want to do. In addition, we'll also talk of some behavioral and environmental modifications, which has got something to do with the parents as well. For example, take time off the television screen and the video games and have a little bit of contact with nature.
Really, nature has its own healing power, and it really de-stresses you, detoxifies you. The ethereal beauty of Koh Chang was no less. The location was the amazing Anna Resort, the wind blowing from the Koh Chang riverside, soothing your mind, body and soul. Facing our camera was publisher Anirban and his wife Nilanjana Gupta, who are parents to 8-year-old Pritisha and 5-year-old Orko Ashish.
এখনকার দিনে সবচেয়ে আগে দরকার বাচ্চার সাথে বাবা মার রিলেশনশিপটা প্রথম থেকেই ফ্রম দ্য বিগিনিং খুব সুন্দর করে যেন তৈরি হয়। বাচ্চা বাবা মার সাথে খুব ওপেন হবে, খোলামেলা হবে, সব কথা তার সঙ্গে শেয়ার করবে, কোনো কিছু লুকোবে না।
আমাদের তো একটা বেসিক যে ওরা একটা ভালোভাবে মানুষ হোক, একটা ওদের নেচার, ক্যারেক্টার, এইগুলো আমাদের একটা সামনে যেটা আইডল রয়েছেন, যারা রয়েছেন তাদেরকে সামনে রেখে আমরা এগিয়ে যাই, তাদের মতন একটা আমরা ভেবে থাকি।
Scolds you more?
Mother.
Why does she scold you?
She loves me. She wants that I become a good child, so she scolds me.
তাদেরকে যদি রাইট ওয়েতে দেখিয়ে দেওয়া হয়, তারা একেবারে যে বয়ে যাবে বা একেবারে যে খারাপ পথে চলে যাবে সেটা মনে হয় না। বাড়ির পরিবেশ একটা বিরাট জিনিস।
Quality parenting, in my opinion, is actually nothing but a term which signifies bondedness, being together, and you might be doing simply a shared activity like reading a book, playing Monopoly, playing Ludo, and that could be quality parenting.
Parenting is all about being with your child, connecting to your child, understanding and bonding with your child, and creating a very, very realistic acceptance as a parent. We might have a lot of desires, we might have a lot of dreams that my child should be able to achieve this, but a very, very good parent is a parent who desires but also becomes very realistic in accepting that fair enough, my child is very different from what I am, but he or she is somebody whom I love, somebody who I take responsibility to train, and then over a period of time enjoy my child growing up into being a human being in his own way.
Let's take a breather and watch these children enjoy themselves. Watching them gives you a secure, comfortable feeling that Thailand is the ideal destination for a family holiday. Arya and Surya Ganguli, brothers aged 14 years and 10 years, were also part of this trip, having a whale of a time.
My and my parents' dreams are pretty much in two different dimensions, and I'm trying to fulfill my dreams as well, as long as theirs, because they have a motto for living life once and enjoying it to the fullest, and I'm trying to enjoy as much every minute of life, as they say that every second counts. So I'm trying to fulfill each and every second I live.
Parenting is not that stressful if the children listen to you, but At times they become a little disobedient, and then I get a little stressed because I don't want to scold them, but I have to.
Mother scolds me.
I would like my mother not to scold me.
Quality parenting is giving them time and also giving them enough time for themselves.
Like junk food?
Because I like it.
About the new generation, about them being couch potatoes and all that, I seriously think they should put on their running shoes and start running around the field, playing.
They can do anything they wish to except crime, or they shouldn't get into any kind of narcotics.
A rating on a scale of 10, how much would you be giving them as parents?
Oh, it has passed over 10, easy.
It is very true that as parents, it is your duty to let the child blossom in his or her own characteristic manner. Let the child have a natural flow.
As for children, follow your dreams, do what you want to do, but set aside time for everything. There's no, replacement for discipline.
Be with nature, walk your dreams.
Whatever challenges comes to the life, one should try to face it with strength and boldness.
Be empathic, try to enter the child's mind.
Protect their naturalness, protect their joy, their innocence, and help them preserve it.
Be ready to accept first yourself and then the child in your care, and develop a trusting relationship for life, because growing up together with your child is the greatest experience of being a parent.
There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside.
It was a learning experience for everyone, and everyone was going back enriched, energized, and enlightened to welcome tomorrow as it comes.